Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Today is September 2nd, 2025, a lovely Tuesday. And I'm here to introduce a trending article I dug up from the archives. It's a really cool one, so let's dive right in. I'm just going to get this transcribed, talking to myself as I go. Okay? Let's see what we've got here. The title is PiCSAR Probabilistic Confidence Selection and Ranking for Reasoning Chains. The quote it's only our XA 508.21787. It's long, as always. Sounds like a movie studio or something. Let's figure out what it's all about. So the big problem this paper is trying to solve is that these super smart eyes, these large language models or LLMs, they're getting really good at reasoning, like solving math problems. Even though they're not perfect. Sometimes they make mistakes. So, one popular trick is called best in sampling. Basically, you ask the AI the same question, say 10 times, and you get 10 different answers with 10 different ways of thinking. Then you just have to pick the best one. Simple enough, right? Now the real challenge is, how do you know which one is the best? You don't have the answer key. That's the whole point of asking the AI in the first place. A common method people use is called self-sustain. It's basically a popularity contest. The AI gives the answer 4 7 times and the answer 3 times. You just go with 4. Majority rules. And here's the catch, and this paper points it out beautifully. What if the AI is confidently wrong over and over again? The most popular answer isn't always the right one. The AI could just be making the same mistake in slightly different ways. That's where PiCSAR comes in. It's a new method that's super simple and doesn't require any extra training. It doesn't just look at the final answer. Instead, it looks at 2 things to give each attempt a score. First, there's reasoning confidence. This measures how confident the AI is in its own step-by-step thinking process. Like, does this line of reasoning even make sense? Is it a plausible way to solve a problem? Second, there's answer confidence. This one measures how certain the AI is about the final answer, given the reasoning it just produced. So if the reasoning is solid, does the final answer logically follow from it? That just adds these 2 scores together. The attempt with the highest combined score is the winner. It's brilliant, really. It's like judging a math student not just on their final number, but on whether they showed their work and if that work actually makes sense. And wow, the results are pretty impressive. The paper says PiCSAR got a boost of over 10% in the TEF math benchmark. In the world of AI, a 10% jump is huge. It's also super efficient. It can often find the correct answer with just 6 attempts, outperforming other methods that needed 16 or even 32 attempts. Let's say it's a 10 of time computing power. They even have this cool visualization they call an information plane. It's a graph that plots reasoning confidence on one axis and answer confidence on the other. They found that the correct answer, shown as green dots, almost always cluster in the top right corner. Where both types of confidence are high. It's like they found a golden quadrant for correct AI reasoning. This proves their idea isn't just a theory. It actually works in practice. Okay, so how does this apply to our everyday lives? This isn't just for solving complex math problems. Let me think of some examples. First, let's talk about chatbots and dialogue systems. You know, when you're talking to a customer service bot, and you ask it a complicated question about your phone bill. Sometimes, it just gives you a single confident, but totally wrong answer. It's so frustrating. With PiCSAR, the system could generate a few different explanations for the charges on your bill. Then, it would use PiCSAR to pick the explanation with a step-by-step calculation as most logical. And the final total is most confidently derived from those steps. This would lead to far more accurate and helpful customer support bots. Second, this could be amazing for information extraction and text summarization. Imagine you're a lawyer or a doctor, and you have to read through a 100-page document to find the key points. An AI summarizer in PiCSAR could generate several potential summaries. It would then select the one with the reasoning for encoding each piece of information as the strongest, ensuring the summary is a coherent, logical story, not just a jumble of important sentences. It would create summaries that are not only shorter but also make more sense. In the third example, machine translation. Translating literature or legal documents is incredibly tricky, because a single phrase can have multiple meanings depending on context. A translation tool using PiCSAR could generate a few different translations. For each one, it would also consider its internal reasoning that choosing certain words or phrases. The SI will then select the final translation that is most coherent and confident, capturing the nuance and intended meaning of the original text much more accurately, comparing it to other technologies. PiCSAR is a huge step up from the old self-consistent method, even if it's wrong. PiCSAR, on the other hand, is like having an expert review each opinion and picking the one that is the most logically sound. It's also much more practical than other advanced methods. I require it to train a whole separate AI just to grade the answers. That's super expensive and complicated. And PiCSAR's training free. You just apply it on top of an existing model. It's a clever and cost-effective upgrade. So yeah, that's the gist of it. And PiCSAR is a simple but powerful way to make AI reasoners more reliable. It's all about teaching the AI to value a good thought process, not just a popular answer. It looks at both the journey and the destination, which is pretty smart. Alright, that's a wrap for this one. I'm fascinated. Until next time.